That was a long day yesterday, huh? I'm glad that we lived to see another morning. I'm very happy we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. You really came through in the pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you, my dear girl is well and safe. Sorry, I had like a something in my throat. We have to pay those old bones of yours for their sterling service. Too true. Maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit too. So how about it, darlings? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean. What about my royal virtues? Okay, I still get my royal virtue increases. I should arrive at the island tomorrow. In times like this, people tend to open up more. In times of life and death and all that. R1. That's how you open everything. The books. Probably want to get my imagination to 3.
Oh?
Have you been there the whole time? Feel like listening to me sing, do you? Good timing. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you have a moment to spare? Oh, maybe this will get you a, the archetype, so we should probably do this first.
The truth is...
I want to talk to you about the Magnus brothers. Don't worry, I sent them off on errands so they won't catch a word of this. I don't think this is it, because they're normally voiced, the rank 1s. Anyway, in regards to our dear Fidelio yesterday, I do have to thank you for saving him. I'm so very sorry they accompanied us to Virgo Island.
Well...
Virga Island, not Virgo. Virgo's the zodiac. I know they had bolt jumped at Luis's command, but they really are good lads. A bit sensitive, perhaps.
Got it.
They seem pretty attached to you, Juno.
Yeah.
Ah, well, yeah. They're rather fond of me, I suppose. Or my songs, at the very least. I do owe them a debt of gratitude for escorting me around and keeping Luis's men at a safe distance. On the other hand, I don't think it's wise to trust them completely. Do you remember their suspicions about what transpired with Glodell? If I'm not careful, I could compromise the whole mission. And I think it's about time I stopped being so naive. Deep down, I knew they would eventually become an obstacle.
Hey!
Ugh, but isn't just exhausting? How about you sing me a little lullaby to calm me down? I'm a terrible singer, though.
Leave it to me.
Okay, but don't blame me if you want to cover your ears. Ah, I do hope you're serious. So sing for me, will ya? I vow to remember it, and one day all of us will. You have a lot of knives in one of your leg pockets. Let me just say, for whatever reason, when I'm with you, I feel like I can just be myself. Sorry, my eyes are just too heavy. Did that get me anything? Did I fall asleep and you stayed here the whole time?
Hey.
Well, you just suddenly fell asleep, so yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose I've not been getting much sleep, and I just felt so relaxed all of a sudden. Been a while since that happened.
Look at this.
Right. Here, I've been meaning to give this to you. But it kept slipping my mind. Got the Ion Pearl Ring. I got something out of it. This is a charm I brought before we left Brylehaven. Pearls come from oysters, and they take a long time to form. That's why they symbolize growth and prosperity. I brought it for myself, but it's a bit too big. Besides, I think you put it much better use on the journey. Take it. Better get back. If I'm gone too long, I'm sure the Magnus brothers will come looking.
Bye.
Once it gets dark, we'll have to prepare camp. Okay, I'm kind of upset that I decided to do that over a stat.
As the clear surface gives way,
I thought that was going to give us your rank.
of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land.
This pearl ring better be
does not
good.
sway them at its whims.
Or something I would actually use. Hey, the weather's fine, by the way. Na-na-na-na. Hulkenberg gonna raise imagination? Because getting imagination to 3 would be good. Could also do Juna.
What now?
Eloquence, imagination.
Alright then.
How to peck, how to peck. There are 3 imagination. 4 people that want to raise imagination right now. If this were Persona, it would actually matter, but it really doesn't in this game. Juna's the new girl. We'll do her.
Oh my.
So bored, just not in the mood to sing. I'm sure it would be nice to have someone to talk to. Let's get this to 3. So now we have to find the Mustari tribe's divine relic. Isn't that fabulous? Calling this an absurd demand would be an understatement. But I must admit, if we can't handle this, then Luis will never acknowledge us. We must absolutely succeed.
Alright.
Let's get out there and do some relic hunting. Aren't you the happy warrior? So enthusiastic in the face of long odds. I'm glad we're on the same page there. I'm just happy to have this opportunity to fight alongside you. Living under Luis's foot was a lonely place to be, you know? I've held my ground thus far, though if I'm honest, I was scared the whole time. I had to talk myself into keeping a stiff upper lip, so to say.
What?
Being past that, I feel more hope than I ever have. I'm not alone anymore, and I have faith that we'll save the prince.
Now then.
Should get me to rank 3. What the heck? I've never seen more than 4 points in a stat. Yeah, that'll do it.
Imagination.
Now we just gotta get eloquence up. Staying up late is terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a bit longer? That's what you're concerned about? Bad for your skin? How about just lack of sleep?
Time marches on, and the age
Lack of sleep is a terrible feeling in and of itself. Take it from me.
Luis has sent an emissary to Verga Island.
As reported by a crier. It's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
Oh yeah, this wannabe Shominkai dude.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lance. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
Oh-ho!
And so our journey long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. We should arrive around noontime, but we must make preparations to berth beforehand. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I like to hope we can just pop in, grab the lantern, and pop right back out, if only. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same, but we best be prepared for a long stay. The island's infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be a warm one. Maybe I should take a nice cold shower before we arrive. We don't even know if there will be a real inn for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict, as though it knows it is unwelcome. The Gauntlet Runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
Going to an island, what is this, Ease 10? This part's giving me slight Ease 10 vibes already. Just a whole sailing aesthetic.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
Stroll, stroll, stroll. You are not gonna have a good trip if you just be complaining all the time.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There is a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head-on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside?
What's wrong?
I do have a rank 3 imagination.
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't be concerned. Hello?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hustle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Pretty much as long as the plot demands.
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster!
Stranded Island filler arc?
Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit! And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
You guys are complaining way too much about this.
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dunk me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint? You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Whoa! It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt off me.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the Dragon God.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Hello?
Could it be a villager?
Nice third eye.
You must be the...
Priestess!
Hey, Del, let's go.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
Behave yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not?
All they used was like a net. You really expect me to believe that like someone didn't have a sword on them to like cut through it? Like from how that cutscene looked?
He had to steal Dracodias, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
That's a little rude.
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid.
they had a lot of questions, and they weren't gentle about asking. Well, fancy meeting you here.
What are the odds? Like, what'd you do this time?
What did you do this time?
Oh, you wound me, sir. I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters to Verga Island, so I naturally had to follow. I'd thought stowing away on that Mustari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous! Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Oh, you don't say. Honestly?
The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Yeah, whatever, frightened islander. This actually reminds me of, I think it was called Galpos Jungle from Tales of Innocence. And the only reason I actually remember it is because it was like actually a really distinct location, like probably one of the most distinct locations in the franchise. Like that area stuck out to me in Innocence because like there was no area quite like it from even other Tales games.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
Master Adeni, there are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them.
For now.
Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God.
You can execute the crier.
Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Born. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait. Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision. Because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God. Your father and mother both.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the Dragon God. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not. If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa.
We will not forget your sacrifice.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope.
Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lads.
I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited. And one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them? Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty.
Ugh.
Come on, Del, we can't leave them high and dry. The fair lady Juna likes them, don't she?
And the fair lady's the only one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine. We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this.